Amanda here, and today we're testing out some new and new to me makeup. Some of these things were sent in PR, some I purchased myself. I'm really excited to try out this Sigma Spectrum palette. I got this from the Creators and Friends trip to Florida, and I have used exactly 2 of the eyeshadows, but I haven't done a full look with this, so I'm excited to test this out. I also have their eyeshadow base primer. I've never tried this, but a bunch of my friends that were also on the trip were raving about this and saying it was their favorite eyeshadow base ever. So I'm going to try these out. I also have this Makeup Forever Super Boost Perfecting Moisture Boosting Skin Tint. So I already have some sunscreen on. I'm wearing my IT Cosmetics Hello Sunshine. This is an SPF 50, so I already have that on. We'll see how that plays with the skin tint. And then I have the For the Plot lip gloss set that my beloved friend Samantha March created with Ofra. So I'm going to wear one of these today. I also want to use this blush. This is the color changing blue blush from the ColourPop and Lilo and Stitch collection. So we have a lot of fun stuff to test out today, and I'm kind of on a time crunch because it's awards day at school today, so I need to hustle up and get ready. So let's zoom in and get to it. Let's get to the fun part. Oh, I'll show you my regular skin first. That way you can get a sense for the coverage of this. Let's do that first. Here is my... Okay, got some forehead wrinkles to contend with. We'll see if we can cover up some of this redness. Some little sun damage there. This is why I'm so adamant about sunscreen. Be better than me.
As usual, I'm just giving you an unfiltered close-up look at my face so that you can really get a good sense for what this coverage looks like and what the texture looks like over time. Especially for base products reviews, I just like to start with that little baseline. I'm using shade 2. This Super Boost Skin Tint comes in 18 shades and it is priced at $36 US. This does have some skincare type ingredients, including hyaluronic acid. It does feel really hydrating. It almost has a similar texture to a gel type moisturizer if you've ever used one of those.
A nice light coverage, definitely doing some work to even out some redness and stuff on my complexion here. It feels very comfy. I'd say slightly less coverage than my favorite Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint, but a nice shade match. The texture feels really good. It definitely feels like a lightweight moisturizer. I prefer slightly more coverage than this, but I like this. I can see myself absolutely getting a lot of use out of this product. I want to test out how this blends with a brush on this side, and then I also want to see if I can build up any of the coverage. But I like it. I think it looks good. It looks really good on my skin. It looks very skin-like and moisturized, so not too shabby.
I'm a big fan of blending in my skin tint or base product with a brush. This is my personal favorite. It's the BK Beauty 101 brush. I think that especially for these lighter coverage and hydrating type products that I really like, a brush tends to work better than a sponge because the sponge just soaks up too much of the product for me. But I did also want to test if this is as buildable as it claims to be. Makeup Forever says that this is a light coverage product, but that it's buildable up to medium. And I did find that to be the case. This layered up on itself nicely, and I really, really like this finish and coverage.
Hey, I really like this. I'm gonna add some Best Case concealer, but I think overall, this skin tint is really lovely. It's a good shade for me. Nice neutral undertone that matches me. It feels very, very lightweight and comfortable. It definitely looks moisturized, but doesn't feel like greasy or slippy on my skin. Because I live in a really warm and humid climate, I would definitely put a little powder on top of this because I could see it like sweating off pretty easily. But that's something that I do anyway here. Like no matter what I'm wearing, I need to do that because it's about 1,000,000% humidity already where I live. But it layered nicely on itself. I did feel like I was able to build up some more coverage where I wanted it. Blended nicely with fingertips and brush. And it's working well with this concealer, which is my favorite concealer. So all around, very happy with this Makeup Forever skin tint. Okay, let me do a little brow and then I'll try that blush.
For my brows, I'm using the Gimme Brow Gel from Benefit in the shade Dark Brown.
Let's try this crowd favorite blush. I'm not a big fan of like the color change pH products of the world, but you know, we have to give it a try. So I'm just going to use my finger. It's kind of that classic like bright pink color that all pH changey things are on me. I mean, it blends fine. It's pretty much what I expected. A cool idea, not necessarily my favorite, most necessary product. I think it's cute, maybe a little gimmicky. I'm not mad at it. I'm going to use a little bit of this new Unearthly incandescent blush in Mystic on top.
I want to use a powder blush to set on top because of the aforementioned humidity, and also more blush is always good, in my opinion.
Do a little e.l.f. powder to keep this skin tint on my face so that I don't immediately sweat it off.
This e.l.f. powder does have some pigmentation, so I'm making sure not to go over my blush areas and cancel out that blushy color.
Let's try one of these glosses on now. These all look like my type of color. I think I'm going to go for this middle one here. This one is Chapter. It looks like a nice neutral rose brown type of color.
This also has the slightest bit of sparkle, so my lips just look so shiny.
Ooh, I love this shade. Probably gonna quickly use this up because I really like it. Now, let's see what all the fuss is about with this eyeshadow base. People were going crazy for this in the little gifting suite at Creators and Friends. Little eye crayon type of moment. I don't want to put too much on. Is that too much?
This was really easy to blend, and I like the way that it primed my lids and canceled out my veins.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see what all the fuss is about. That's nice. We'll see how it holds up throughout the day, but looks good on first application. Now, let's use this Sigma palette. I do wish I had some more shimmers to choose from because I'm a shimmery lids girl, but I'll be all right. I'll make it. I'm going to mix these two together to set my lids first.
I ended up focusing on the matte shades in the top row for today's look. I was definitely going for something softer and also just quick and easy since I was on my way out the door. But I like mixing, blending, and layering my mattes for a really smooth look. And I was definitely able to achieve that with the Spectrum palette. The shadows work very nicely together, and despite the fact that I am a shimmery girl and I always wish for more like a 50-50 mattes to shimmers split, I do appreciate that at least the matte shadows in here are really velvety, blendable, easy to work with. So if I'm gonna have a very matte palette, I want those mattes to be great. And after testing some more shades in this palette, I can say that's definitely what Sigma has to offer us with the Spectrum palette. The shimmer shades in here are very beautiful, sparkly, smooth metallics, which I absolutely love. I like a very shimmery lid, and these all look beautiful, just swept across the lid. Of course, it leaves me wishing for more, but overall, I've had a good experience with this palette. It's not super exciting to use on its own day to day for me personally, but I do find that, when I'm reaching for an all neutral look or a neutral palette to be a companion to some of my more colorful palettes or singles, this palette is definitely really functional for that for me.
That's it for this round of testing new makeup. I'd love to hear what you think about the things I tried out today. Have you tried any of these yourself? Is there anything new that you want to see me test out in the future on the channel? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hello? BRB. Super boost of all the gimmicks in the makeup world, and there are many. Okay, focus. Right. I am definitely running late, and I hate that. I hate that feeling. So I'm gonna go change real quick, and I will keep you posted on how this stuff performs throughout the day. But so far, I like it. So far, I like it, and I like you, and I love your face. I'll see you real soon in the next one. Okay, bye.